Alright guys, this video is day 3 and 4 of this new cycle. So this is an exercise that I have never actually done before, which are panda pulls. And I've seen obviously Isaiah and John use them a lot, but I've also seen a lot of Olympic weightlifters use them. And I decided to throw them in because I want to try and overload the positions of a power clean. And this is probably the most specific way to do it without actually power cleaning. Like you've got clean pulls and everything, but this really simulates the full pull, the triple extension, but then also bringing your chest to the bar as if you were going to clean it. And that's something I actually have an issue with when I do power cleans is I'm always pulling the bar up as high as I can, but I'm not very good at bringing myself down to catching the bar. So we're going to eventually work up to weights in this exercise that are much higher than my actual power clean. But for this first week, I just went with sub-maximal weights. So my all-time best power clean is 112, 112 and a half. This I did 80 kilos, 2 sets at 90 kilos, 1 set at 100 kilos. And this was a 4x4, so 4 reps at each. With this, I was getting a little bit of a weird pain in my right knee, almost like a strain kind of feeling, kind of on my patella tendon. I've had this in the past before, and it normally doesn't last any longer than the exercise. So I felt it on the 80, felt it on the 90, made some adjustments. So I made sure to get my quads and my glutes a bit more engaged before initiating the movement on the second set of 90 and this set of 100, and then I had no issues with it. So yeah, actually, I really liked how these felt. I feel like they're going to have really good translation into my power clean, but also for my jumping. So after this, I then went into paused back squats for 3 sets of 5. So again, this is one of those exercises where I'll be adding 2 sets each week, but keeping the weight the same. These have been feeling really good on my knees. I've been having none of my actual patella tendinopathy knee pain. And yeah, I only had that weird feeling on the 80 and the first set of 90 for those panda pulls. And since then it's been completely gone. So yeah, that should be all sweet. Now, one of the reasons I'm doing pauses is because I have changed my technique, which I've mentioned before, and I'm not squatting as deep because that was what was causing a lot of the irritation on my knees. Is I was in my patella tendon and also in the back of the knee, and that was because I was squatting quite deep, but I was also bouncing out of the hole. So I'm cutting it to 90. I could probably go a little bit deeper than I did on these, so I'll work on that a bit. But I want to get used to that new bottom position before I then go into reintroducing regular back squats. So in these next 2 weeks, the courts that I play at or that I dunk at are going to have camps on the entire time because it's a school holidays. So I may test out another facility. If that doesn't work, I may go do some outdoor sessions, which I don't really want to do. But I also had 2 other thoughts of not actually doing max jumps for 2 weeks and saving that volume for the gym. Or because obviously it's going to be quite an intensive volume phase, and it ramps up quite a bit over the next 2 weeks. Or I will supplement in with sprints and do some sprints because I haven't done them in a long time. But we'll see. Haven't quite decided. So next up was these split squats. I've done these in the past, but I haven't done them in a long time, so I decided to throw them in. This I did 3 sets of 8. At this weight. Next week I'm going to go 4 sets of 8, but I'm also going to up the weight a bit as well. So this one I will stick at 4 sets of 8 from next week on, but then I will just be adding weight to this one. So some exercises I'm adding sets, some exercises I'm adding weight to up the volume. For that workout, I also did leg curls, 4 sets of 15. I just didn't record it. This is now the next day. I didn't have time to do my hip thrusts in the previous workout. So this was 4 sets of 10 at 100 kilos. This is another one where I'm going to stick to 4 sets of 10, but I'm going to up the weight for it. So that was first set. Coming up next is the second set, but I didn't record the other 2 sets. After this, I did my second upper body day. I only recorded the bench press, and what I'm doing for my second bench press day, which is just regular bench press, it's not paused, is 90 kilos for 2 sets, and I'm going to add reps each time with this one. So I did 2 sets of 5. The next week I'll try and do 2 sets of 6, and then I'll try and do 2 sets of 7, and then just push it there. So I'm using quite a lot of different ways of adding volume in this program, whether it's adding sets, whether it's adding reps, or whether it's keeping the sets and reps the same and adding a little bit of weight each week. So for this next upcoming week, I'm going to post a screenshot of my entire workout from the app that I use to program for myself and my clients, so you can see everything I've done, because I don't always record every exercise. Cool. Thanks for watching.